Welcome to the...
Everything had a surreal, dreamlike quality.
Episodes 1 and 2 of the DLC, Alan is in the dark place, and this is very, very good springboard to get us to Alan Wake 2.
I had a disturbing feeling of deja vu.
Here is no longer human.
Ah.
Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Okay, still racist. Okay, so obviously this is putting us back at the beginning of the game, but it's all kind of out of whack.
Listen to me. Go no deeper. Please, you're the one making all this happen.
Nightmares. Too deep. Can't take the pressure.
Oh, we're in weird Alan Wake territory. Y'all buckle up.
The dark place. That's where I was.
That's a fat flashlight,
Not
brother.
the light itself, but what it represents.
And a gun, perhaps? Ah, yeah.
This is not a gun.
Okay.
It is a tool in a logical process of elimination.
But after playing Alan Wake 2, this DLC makes so much more sense. In the dark place, things that are real and things that are not get overlapped. So we're seeing a bunch of things that really did happen, but they're slightly twisted. And we just saw a different version of Alan going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and we'll get into that later.
Then the door was smashed off his hinges and Wake had to fight for his life.
Yeah, Alan, why you gotta write me into dangerous situations? Yeah, departure's over, buddy. No need for all this. We're at max difficulty as far as the game is concerned. Because this is like, we finally beat the game. It's not gonna go easy on us now. Would it kill him to give me a flare? Oh my god. Reload. So Thomas Zane, I mean, he saved us.
Had become twisted. These trees didn't belong here.
You know what? I'm not worried about you. If you're gonna zip and zap around, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, so now that Alan's stuck, he's gotta be still writing, because at the end of the game, he was sitting at the typewriter, he wrote Alice free. He said it's not a lake, it's an ocean. Phone.
Can you hear me now? Follow the signal.
Basically, everything we're looking at is kind of like one big metaphor. Because the flashlight isn't really a flashlight. It's kind of a creative process type thing, like where he's coming up with ideas and writing things into existence. It's like it's literally the word phone or the word batteries or whatever. And you shine it on that metaphorically and it becomes real.
The town itself turned against Wake. Cars flew toward him.
Nope, 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 goodbye. Go, 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 get inside. Oh, the door's blocked. Ugh, that was close. Yeah, we're definitely hearing Alan's voice creating more dangerous things for Alan to have to fight and run from. I thought I saw another one back over here. Yep, sure did.
You must face yourself. Follow me.
Yeah, see what I mean? We're in Bright Falls, but we're not. We're seeing Bright Falls, but broken, cracked, dark stuff everywhere. And this stuff matters come Alan Wake 2 time. And it is another reason why I cannot fathom, I don't understand why Remedy would say, oh no, you don't have to play the first one to jump into Alan Wake 2. I'm like, I don't agree with that at all. What the? Sarah Breaker. Bright Falls' finest, the red-hot cop chick with the lightning-fast boomstick. Boomstick, Evil Dead. See, again, dark place distorting reality. The cutout is of Alan Wake in real life, but we're seeing one of Sarah Breaker. If everything we're looking at is not real or a distorted reality, it acts like you're underwater, but really it's not. And I guess to say it's not a lake, it's an ocean, is just implying that it's a lot more vast than we thought, or than Alan thought. That question still hasn't been pristinely answered yet. It's very much up to interpretation.
The dark place is playing tricks on you. You're still going deeper.
Why is going deeper bad?
I can help you if you just stop sinking.
This is bullshit.
True. He's telling us follow the signal, but now he's saying, no, the dark place is tricking you, it's making you go deeper. Well, which is it? Do we follow the signal or not? Which, in the dark place, up is not up and down is not down. Up can be both up, down, left, and right all at the same time. These enemies seem a lot tougher and more aggressive than the base game. Not a bad thing. Uh-oh.
Look, wait, maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
I remembered this. This happened before we found Barry.
Oh, there's some live action. This game's too much of a TV show.
Eager to cane in his head.
Oh wow, he wasn't kidding. They all just came to life. So it looks like all the Allens we're seeing just screaming and raving and going nuts is also Allen? I don't know, we'll see. I can say with 100% certainty that the Allen we're seeing on the TVs and stuff is not Mr. Scratch. So don't let that confuse you. Even though we saw Allen's double and Thomas Zane, don't worry about him, that's Mr. Scratch. We are not seeing Mr. Scratch in these videos and stuff. This is actually kind of funny from a game design standpoint. They're making DLC with a lot of the exact same assets they had in the main game, just slightly altered. But narratively speaking, with the Dark Place, it makes sense to do that. I wanted a float boss fight. I guess this is it. I can't, I'm stuck. There we go. Jeez. Alright, there's our key. It's Sarah. Remember when we had to hold off right here and she opened the door for us? Well, Whoa. Oh, so that's what we do with those. Okay. Shine the light on the blast and it one-shots enemies. Here, you know what? Here. Have a blast. Nice. Alright, here. Have a flare. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate the little bit of variety we're getting here. Cool. I hear footsteps. Uh-huh. Can't fool me. Here, come over here. I got something for you. Mr. Scratch isn't here because he is now in real world. At this point in time, we don't know for sure when this DLC came out, but so that we don't play dumb of this DLC. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's do Scream. What's a Scream gonna sound like? Oh, that was Alice. Wall. It's literally a wall. Why did I expect anything different? Trimmer. Maybe do a graboid. Bestseller. There it is. There's our cutout. Mr. Scratch is in the real world. Yes. No, Mr. Scratch is not in here with us. He is out in the real world while Alan is stuck in the Dark Place. Friend, it's Bear Bear.
Howza, Barry. Hey, bestseller.
You're not real.
Well, no shit. What gave me away? The see-through thing? I'm a figment of your imagination, just like pretty much everything else you see here. Maybe even you. Yeah, I know. Follow the signal. Got it.
And he's gone. Goodbye, Bear Bear. Oh, no, he's over there.
So, anywho.
Hello, Barry.
You nag the way the real Barry does. You know that?
It's not my fault you think I'm annoying. You need to do what Zane tells you. He's been here for ages. He's like the expert.
That's not a good sign. That's not comforting to hear that somebody's the expert because they've been here for so long. Yeah, so the Barry that we're seeing is a creation of Alan's.
That'd be the Biltmore sawmill.
How the hell do you know that?
I don't know anything you don't. So why don't you ask yourself that? Huh? Maybe you saw a sign for it back in the real world. Or maybe it's the sawmill, because I said it's the sawmill, and now you can't get it out of your head.
Boom. What's it boom? What does boom do? Literally an explosion. Here, have a boom. The point is, everything here is either... think of it like a dream. They don't have actual bodies. Now they do. Everything that we see is either inspired by something that happened in the real world or some thought in the back of Alan's mind that's making it reality here. Yeah, if Thomas Zane has been here for, it'd be 40 years now. If he's still here, then he probably can't help us. Possessed. I'm not lighting that one up. Do you think I'm an idiot? And they're everywhere, too. They're all over the place. Wait, Barry can't tell us anything we don't already know. So for him to say that Thomas Zane is the master of this place, he's been here for ages. I mean, is that even true? Or does Alan just think that's true?
His books common and discarded, like mud beneath his feet. Turned against him, just cheap trash.
Well, alright then.
Weird transmissions of myself before.
Ah, what was that? That was a giant book. Jeez, alright, enough with the books, enough. Oh, the birds are books now. Very cool. Oh my gosh, look ahead. Look at all this. Absolutely not. Possessed, ravens, enemy, boom. Okay, so we gotta not shine our light on things. But no flares. Flares are out of the question right now. Just get out of this field. How about that? That's exactly what I think Barry's doing. He's reinforcing what Alan thinks rather than stating facts. If Alan's wrong about something, Barry's still gonna reinforce it. So it's only what Alan thinks.
Streetlights push themselves up to the ground.
Okay, this is just too weird. You're weird. All that random stuff in your head?
Yeah, okay.
You're from... Yeah, you know what, Al? Do yourself a favor. Don't pursue that train of thought any further.
Oh, wow. This is going to be a tough stream to edit down into a video. I can already tell. Because I struggle with deciding, okay, do I edit them down to where the story beats are included as well, or is it just supposed to be entertaining moments? And so far, I've been including story beats too. That's all this thing has been so far, has been explaining things. Not to confuse anybody even further, but think back to the very first mention of Thomas Zane. It was Thomas Zane's shoebox in the cabin, meaning before Alan ever entered the dark place, Thomas Zane existed. However, the first time we ran into Thomas Zane was in Alan's dream in the tutorial. Oh, I still have a shotgun I have yet to use. There we go. He never revealed himself as Thomas Zane, but, and I'm dead. There was a Tom the Poet poster on the wall that got zapped by the light, so it's pretty clear that is Thomas Zane we were speaking to. While in the dark place, the first time we run into Thomas Zane, he comes in, he saves Alan from being stuck in the cabin. And you remember what he said? He said, "I'm here because it was written." And Alan even says so in one of the TVs that we listened to. He said, "I found the shoebox downstairs. All these things fit with my story. I'll write these in. They sound pretty good." I have to gather as to what can be trusted and what can't. And we saw Barbara Jagger before we ever went in the dark place, before Alan ever started reading Departure. That means that something before Alan manifested Thomas Zane and Barbara Jagger. So those things happened before Alan ever got to Bright Falls. But if I can go back to Control a little bit, I learned in the Alan Wake DLC of Control that Thomas Zane was never even a diver. He was a filmmaker. And he made a movie called Tom the Poet about the story of Thomas Zane as a poet and Barbara Jagger and all that. So if you really want to get technical, the story of Thomas Zane, the diver and the poet, and Barbara Jagger drowning and all that stuff came from a movie made by Thomas Zane first. Does that matter in the scheme of Alan Wake 1? No, not really. In the novel Departure, in the manuscript, Alan did not write Thomas Zane to be here in the dark place. Oh, that's a monster truck? Do I have to fight the monster truck? Yeah, guess I do. Or I could just leave. There's two of them. I'm out of here. This is ridiculous. Why am I doing this? This is ridiculous. To keep it simple, there really was a Thomas Zane to Barbara Jagger, as far as Alan is concerned. But the question becomes, is Thomas Zane actually in the dark place or not? Because him being in the dark place is never a factor until after Departure was written. So it is possible that Alan wrote Thomas Zane's presence here, and it wasn't here before. It is possible. Just get me... Oh my god. What do I even do? What do I do? Let's hit that. Go. Is there a chance of a plot hole continuity error to fit the need for tutorial after the rest of the game was created, retroactively inserting him earlier than intended? I'll say this. I'll say it's possible, but I don't think that's the case, because I do have a pretty, I don't know, do you call your own theory strong? I have my own theory that I think is the case, that has never been confirmed, and I won't get into until Alan Wake 2, that would help answer that question. Good God. Oh, the car's broken. I'm screwed. I'm stuck. Wasn't there another car? Yes, there was. Dude, get away from me. Get away from me. The game just crashed. Okay, it froze. We're good. Let me take these guys down, then I can focus on all the brain twisting. Give me just a moment. Oh, okay. So, God. Fight for my life there. The theory of Thomas Zane that I have, I think is probably will end up being the case, and we won't know until the future. It was not a plot hole or a continuity error. Like, that was supposed to happen. From the perspective of our protagonist, Alan, as far as from the day he was born to today, Thomas Zane and Barbara Jagger, that story already existed before he ever went to Bright Falls. He, as of the present, had nothing to do with that. Now, as an extra tidbit of information that is not necessary to know to enjoy Alan Wake 1, but is canon, is that Tom, as a diver and a poet, never really existed. And that could also help explain why nobody has ever heard of Tom the Poet. There was Thomas Zane, the filmmaker. In fact, even in Control, Jesse Faden was like, oh yeah, Thomas Zane, he's the filmmaker, or the poet, I don't remember. And then in her interview with her psychologist, she was like, yeah, there's a poem that I really like by Thomas Zane, and the therapist is like, Thomas Zane, never heard of him. Well, it's because Thomas Zane as a poet never actually existed. He made a movie called Tom the Poet at Cauldron Lake.
Hey, what are you up to? I thought this was my side of the bed.
Big sad. That might even be overcomplicating it a bit. In fact, I think it is, and that's one reason why I think Alan Wake 1 as a story works well in a vacuum. Farther outside of the first Alan Wake you go, the more tangled it gets. Doesn't mean that more complicated means bad. The extra tidbits are not necessary to enjoy it, in my opinion. Uh-oh. Here, why don't we just do that? I don't trust anything. I hear their footsteps. Come on around that corner. I hit dodge. I hit dodge there. There was another one. Where'd he go? I know he's in here. Am I wrong? Maybe I am wrong. Alright, well. No, I hear him. I hear his footsteps. There you are. Here you are. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. Love how deep all the lore is. It's deep. It's deep, brother.
Stop it! We don't have time for Alan.
I'd saved Alice, but I wasn't even sure when that happened. Was it days ago?
Yeah, big sad. Yeah, way to just trade places.
That looks crazy dangerous, Al.
Thank you, Bear Bear. Bring it on. Uh-oh. Not today. Yeah, wherever this Alan's at that's making all this crap happen, I got some words for him.
Hey, lover. Come here. I've got something for you.
I didn't know what happened to her after she left the dark place.
All these candles, look at this. Yeah, see, here it is again. More of Alan's memories affecting what we're seeing.
Is that you?
Hold that pose. That was a good one.
Yeah, remember Alice, she took the photos for Alan's book covers and promo shots.
You know, I wasn't sure about the beard before, but I was wrong. It looks good on you.
Alan Wake does not have a beard in this game. Well, okay, he does. Kind of. That's stubble. Perhaps I'm a little biased, though.
I felt like a real writer instead of a fraud.
Felt like a good writer instead of a fraud? When did he feel like a fraud? Maybe he means when he couldn't come up with ideas, like he had writer's block. That's when he felt like a fraud. Yeah, see, we're in Alan's apartment right now, but that's like a warehouse outside. That's not accurate. I hear you, Thomas Zane. What'd you do to my living room?
Alan, you made it.
Scuba man.
The area of the dark place is calmer, at least for the time being. That's you.
He couldn't hold on. He knew there was no way out. Oh!
No, I'm right here, Zane.
wrong.
That's not me.
The dark presence is not responsible for this. You are making this happen.
Wade didn't understand it. He would never make it.
What we're seeing on this TV is the real Alan right now. Who we're playing as is what Alan is creating.
Zane was gone. The darkness wasn't so bad. It was in him. He felt it. He knew the voice spoke the truth. It was...
Evil TV? Yes, evil TV. Here, have a flare. Oh my. What is going on? What do I need to be doing right now? Oh, it's got little TVs around it. Yes, I have a flare gun. Enough. Should have done that the first time. Did they reunite? Ah!
There you go. It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
Why is this happening to me? There's no way out. No way out.
Yeah, here he is. So what Alan's really been doing in the dark place since he got trapped, this is it. So what did we learn? We learned that Alan's gone psycho in the dark place. We learned that the dark place combines fiction and reality. We learned that Alan's own thoughts can influence what is seen in the dark place, taking in things from reality, maybe twisting them, maybe making them look normal. And we know that Thomas Zane is in there speaking to Alan, guiding him. And we're trying to get the heck out. Probably doesn't bode that well, does it? This game came out in 2010, and the sequel didn't come out till 2023. So if you're playing this or watching this for the first time, it's like, well, how successful was Alan really if it was 13 years between the first and the second games? And in the Control DLC, he's very much still in the dark place. If you think back to that stream.
Really, Wake?
Your
Delusions are out of control.
Yeah! Hartman's face on Barry's body.
You need to get a grip. You know reality's different here.
Find a way to Barry. That's an objective I can get behind.
Right. Time was running out. Everything I saw was a dark, twisted version of reality based on my memories and thoughts.
See, that's a nice little, that's a nice little explanation there.
I was literally fighting myself. It was a moment of clarity.
Yes, exactly. Surprise? I don't like that. Oh, is it going to be a typewriter? Nope. It's not.
He kept telling me I was sinking, going too deep. I wasn't sure if it was place or insanity. Perhaps they were one and the same.
Yeah, probably one and the same, because if you think about it, if you can't keep your bearings in a place like this, you would question every single thing that you see, and you would not even be able to think. Every single thing that you're running across, you can't remember, like, oh, is this something that really happened? Is it something that's fictional, based on something that's real? Or is it something that the Dark Place is just throwing at me, being a big silly willy? I mean, yeah, I imagine that going deeper in the Dark Place means losing your track on being able to keep that in mind. Like maybe thinking this Barry is actually real instead of knowing that he's a figment of Alan's imagination.
Always knew this was coming. Crazy people don't know they're crazy. That's where they're crazy.
That's a good point. Oh, I see a stage.
Music came out all wrong. It attracted the horrors.
That's not good. I want the music to come out right.
Oh, hell yeah! Remember this, Al?
What's the matter, boy? What's the matter? You're right, that music does come out all wrong. I don't like it. Never thought I'd see the day where I saw jam out to the old gods that I don't care for. Woo, see ya.
A little busy not tight over here.
Jeez, always with the melodrama.
It's not melodrama, it's survival. What are you talking about? Perfectly valid point from our boy Alan.
Hey, what's helpless?
Okay, enough of that. Enough of making it worse. I'm about to die. There we go.
I'm just gonna, let you non-imaginary people talk in peace.
Non-imaginary, huh? Non-imaginary Tom, let's talk.
You must wake yourself up, but first, you have to reach yourself.
The cabin.
Yes, my cabin. It will not be...
My cabin.
I cannot enter the cabin now. The Dark Presence made sure of that on our last encounter. You are facing yourself, the parts of your mind that are hard
Dark
to
Presence
control.
made sure of. Alan Wake is a dog killer, if you think about it. I mean, if he wrote Departure, and the first game is what happened in Departure, then that means he probably wrote for Max to die, right? What am I doing? Shining on this? Okay. Am I jumping on the, Oh, I'm moving. Alright, sure, why not? He didn't put Thomas Zane in the Dark Place because he read the poems in the cabin when he wrote Departure. I don't think that. I think Thomas Zane was in the Dark Place before Alan ever rolled up, and he's been there ever since. Now, as to what version of Thomas Zane is real and what is not, that's up for debate, but I do believe Thomas Zane really is here. Stop it. Stop it. Well, then again, just because it happened in the first game doesn't mean it was necessarily written about by Alan Wake, you know? Like, sure, he wrote Departure, but that doesn't mean he wrote about what every last insect was doing all throughout Bright Falls. So if someone gets stung by a bee while the effects of Alan's writing are taking place, that doesn't mean that he wrote for them to be stung by the bee. So that could be the case with Max. He may not have written about Max at all. Or Max's death, because we know he wrote about him.
This height, the water would be like hitting concrete.
Well, let's not hit the water then. The Max Crusades continue. They do. On the chance that Alan did write Max's death, we're headed to the cabin right now to give him a piece of our mind. Bridge? Sure, let's jump. Dude, this game's jumping is way too wonky to be doing a bunch of platforming. I mean, it's working so far. We haven't fallen yet. Yeah. The I said it, and I said it too soon. Oh, we're up. Go, go, go. Haha. The Dark Presence doesn't control the Dark Place. It just dwells in it. The Taken that we're seeing, they're not real Taken. If the Dark Presence were able to control what happens in the Dark Place, it would have written itself out a long time ago. You know, that's why it needed artists to write for it. It can't just come up with that crap on its own. Oh, come on. Come on. Drop a barrel in my face.
The environment became even wilder and stranger, like it was no longer even bothering to pretend that things were normal.
Oh, what is roll? Help. Oh. Oh my god. I don't like it hitting me, but I'll take it. Thomas Zane is still Thomas Zane. He's just wearing the diver skin. I'm on a giant wheel? I am on a giant wheel. I don't like it. Oh, it's making a keyboard or a typewriter sound when I jump on each one. That's cool. That's a cool detail. Can't go this way. That's water. Whoa. That scared me a little bit. Oh, it does want me to jump. Alright, we're jumping. Yeah, if this isn't the perfect illustration of the Dark Place, I don't know what is. We're on a giant wheel that combines a bunch of different settings and memories that Alan's been to. I mean, this is so jacked. Let's jump down there. Jump down here and not die. How about that? I'm so lost. Where do I go? We're going through the events of the game is what we're doing. We started at the cabin, and we've made our way all the way to the well-lit room.
This is a vast place, home to forces and beings that are completely alien.
The dark presence.
Right.
Yes, sometimes transmissions can be sent between worlds. You've done this yourself. But to actually leave the dark place, I haven't found a way.
When did Alan do that? You're not gonna hit me. Nope, not today. Nope. Oh, they are, though. Oh, yeah. I think you're absolutely right. It had to be with the manuscript pages from Departure, because Alan would have written them while in the dark place. Then again, Thomas Zane is the one who picked up the pages and spread them for him. It might just be the manuscript pages they're referring to, because he said, I'm here because it was written. So that means Alan wrote for Thomas to come save him, and he probably wrote for Tom to spread the manuscript pages too. So Tom was the vehicle, but Alan was the driver. So technically still counts as Alan doing that.
The part of you that is in control is in the cabin, dreaming and insane.
Yes.
I don't think I like that.
Neither do I.
You represent a part of Alan Wake that is capable of rational thought and planning, which is why I'm talking to you.
First of all, let's appreciate the detail. He's speaking through the headlights of the car. That's very cool.
Are you telling me I'm not real?
You're as real as anything else in this place.
Ah, so he's not.
So there are two of me?
Yes.
And the one you called Mr. Scratch, he's me as well?
No.
Zane, are you playing some kind of game with me?
I am not the author of your story.
How can you say that when you wrote that page about me and the clicker? It wasn't one of my pages. You directed me to it. You had Weaver guard it.
Yes, she was needed. And you needed the clicker. But I am not.
Zane? Zane, come on!
So we just got confirmation. There's two of Alan, which is kind of what we already implied. Like, we know that Alan's in the cabin writing and crazy and coming up with all this silly willy stuff. And Alan that we're playing as is an embodiment of what the Alan in the cabin's writing, just like everything else. So don't let it confuse you. And Mr. Scratch, he gave a pretty definite answer that Scratch is not Alan, even though he looks just like him. But did y'all catch that where he said, I'm not the author of your story? That's Tom saying, I didn't write this, you wrote this, not me. And then Alan saying, well, how could you say that? You wrote about me and the clicker. And then Tom stuttered and said, well, I'm not, you and I have knowledge that people playing this game in 2010 did not. I think what that's implying is that the Tom we're talking to is still the version that Tom, the real Thomas Zane, came up with, Tom the Diver. Now, I think that was him trying to say, I'm not the Tom that created anything. I'm the Tom that's a creation. But he wasn't going to say that yet because that hasn't been revealed. It won't be until Control. He's a creation, not a creator. Alan Wake is a creator. We're playing as creation Alan Wake right now, trying to get back to creator Alan Wake. Crumble. What does that do? Ah, literally crumbles it. Alright, cool. Here, have a crumble. Have a boom. But again, that doesn't contradict what I said earlier. There's still, Thomas Zane really is still in the dark place somewhere. Just the diver version that we're talking to is a combination of real Tom, but also the character Tom created. And it's more so the character that Tom created. In Control, we met Thomas Zane. We met Thomas Zane that wasn't a diver, and he looked just like Alan. He looked no different. That still hasn't been explained. I have my theories on that, but again, it'll have to wait till Alan Wake 2. We'll get into that later.
You were in my dream.
Yes. I taught you. You fixed the foolish mistake I made with Barbara.
So he really wasn't Alan's dream somehow. You can transmit outside of the dark place. That must have been what he did. And he did that by speaking to Alan in a dream. The Tom you're talking to is a manifestation of Alan's mind based on his knowledge of him, not the real thing. I believe so, yes. I believe the answer to that question is yes. His head's a TV.
I would like to summarize your condition.
By all means.
I think that the injury has affected you more.
Shut up, Hartman.
Yeah, I have had bad headaches. I think that's spot on. I can't argue with any of that.
Is this just all his self-doubt, I guess? It's gotta be, because look, the TV is the version of Alan that's going insane.
There's something she wanted you to hear.
Oh, this is the part where they make a reference about race. The Dark Place has been commenting on racial stuff, even without the help of a company like Sweet Baby, and this is where that happens. That conversation with Dr. Hartman never happened, and I don't think this conversation with Alice ever happened either. Keep that in mind. Don't let it confuse you.
And tried to understand your pathetic, wealthy white male drama.
until my life consisted of managing your never-ending crisis. I hate you for leaving me in the dark with that insane monster bitch!
Wow.
All you had to do was act like a loving human being for once in your life and stay with me.
He's guilty that he left Alice alone in the cabin.
The only thing that keeps me from is the hope that I'll never see you again.
Wow.
I just can't argue with that.
Yeah, he's agreeing with all of
Stay
it.
here before I ruin what life she has left.
If that's not a character study, I don't know what is. Oh, that just clicked for me. That actually matters a lot in Alan Wake 2. Yeah, Alan's got quite the darkness going on.
There wasn't truth.
As far as like self-doubt and anger and all that stuff. Uh-oh. Clear. Oh, nice. I wish the main game had more stuff like that. Come on over here. Come on over here, boys. Oh, I didn't get them all. It's okay, I have another one. There it is. Return.
I was starting to understand the symbolism, the way the dark place flowed.
I don't. Enlighten me. I don't know about the symbolism, but I do know that we need to get in that cabin, because that's where real Alan is.
So Zane's your new buddy now. I feel abandoned.
You're not the real Barry, shut up. Oh yeah, that's what Alan said. I'd feel bad for the real Bear, but that he ain't it.
You need to get all rational here. Abandon your fantasies, right?
Uh-huh.
I kinda hate to say this, pal, but I'm one.
Alright, then you're abandoned.
You're abandoned.
That's great. That's twice. Can I go for 3?
Al, what I'm saying is the only way you're getting in that cabin is through me. It's one of those kill your darlings things. But hell, you're used to that, big shot writer. Am I right?
Okay, bring it on then. Ah, Alan didn't say anything that time.
They were all against him.
Here we go! I'm earning the 50% commission.
15% commission, boy. On what? On Alan's books? I guess we're boss fighting Barry now. It's only a dream, it's only a dream, it's only a dream, it's only a dream.
Let's crack that writer's block of yours, Alan!
Oh, there's Hartman first. Alright, Hartman. Come on down here, Barry. Whoa, who's... Oh, is that Tor? Didn't matter. Oh, it's both of them. They both have guitars. He's not stopping. He doesn't stop with a flashlight. He doesn't care. There we go. 3, 4, that should do it. Nope. 5, 6, 7. Golly.
Really running low on patience here?
We're not done. How many phases does he have? 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that it? Nope. Ditto. Is this it? Is this the end? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. Oh, for the first time in both these DLCs, it's just quiet. Is this the end? That felt like a final boss.
Where am I? I can't find my way.
Wake him up.
Why is this happening to me?
Just like that, my mind was clear. Zane had been right.
There we go.
Leaving this place would be hard. Maybe impossible.
So this is the actual ending to Alan Wake 1.
A sequel to Departure. My name is Alan Wake, and I'm a writer.
And I'm a writer. Return. Yep. Departure, Return. Everybody get it? Get it? The 2 DLCs, they didn't have much happen narratively, but they added context to what exactly Alan is enduring in the dark place. And that will help us out a lot when it come Alan Wake 2 time. We'll be referring back to these DLCs quite a bit.